And we are underway in Buffalo. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. Out comes the offense for the Bills, led by the... .5, that's Josh Allen.
I remember when he came out of Wyoming, the big question mark, could he be accurate enough to be a star in the NFL? I think it's safe to say he's put all of us in our place and put those doubts to rest. He can roll out and run it. He can bomb it over your heads. Everything in between. He's an absolute nightmare for defenses to try and prepare for. And when he's on, he's an MVP caliber player each and every time he takes the field.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Allen going to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Pulls it in at the 13. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here as we've got a Bill shaking up on the play. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Dance, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. So now on 4th down, Sam Martin on to punt for Buffalo. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
Field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A gain of right around 30 on a play that began way back inside the 5. I don't think that's what the defensive coordinator had in mind there. You got him pinned back inside the 5, and then you let him rip off that long run.
You're already anticipating the film session, aren't you?
There's going to be some anger.
Yeah, there's not going to be at the greatest hits, is it? Because they didn't hit anyone on that play. Supposed to have him pinned back deep. Instead, they leave a big crack, a gaping hole, and guess what? They're in bad position right now.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 35 yards there on the third down conversion.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a third down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Cousins. Rolling to his right. And he fires one that's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Now Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen. Oh, what a juke into space. And he's going to be shoved out, but not before he gets this down to the 20-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 51 yards.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a...
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Gabriel Davis, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Bills are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And we are tied at 7. Just a 4-play drive that time. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And it ends with a touchdown pass to Gabriel Davis.
The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
On play action, Cousins. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw pulled in by Jefferson.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1. The Vikings with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 41. Draw play, Madison. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play. Cousins on first down.
Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
Well, meanwhile, the pass is short and intercepted. Runs up far and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Cousins. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. They'll try to get it on the ground with Madison. And it was a stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled.
50 yards rushing for him now on just his first 3 carries.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Play action now, Cousins.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Bills offense and Josh Allen heading back out again. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10.
Allen now looks to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To the air, Allen. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Allen to throw it.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off, and the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
On 2nd and 10, Cousins.
Complete. Jefferson the target.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Joseph's got it.
And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Harrison Smith on the safety blitz, able to get the sack.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
If they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Here's Allen. And Cook has it, left side. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on. On first down, Allen.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Allen. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Dean Lowry in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Cook up the gut. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Here's the punter, Martin, out to kick it away.
Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. The Vikings going to take over now late in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Finding room at midfield. And he will finally be shoved out of bounds down at the 30-yard line.
A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Cousins. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They go play action. Cousins. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Vikings will extend their lead here just before halftime. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken at about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you wonder if with Allen's arm, they might just take their chances by dialing up a long one.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. A final shot before half for Allen. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we hit.
Well, time is of the essence. We breeze through halftime, and we are ready for the second half.
And now, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. There's a glimpse of Justin Jefferson, the wide receiver, as he and the Minnesota Vikings return back here on offense.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. Second and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain, or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Here's Madison getting it again on second. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Pretty solid run here on first down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson.
And some room to work. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Holding, offense.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed in the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10.
Here's Cousins. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
From the 4, it's second and a couple.
They'll go Madison up the middle, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal. 1-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a first and goal. Now Cousins here on the bootleg. And it'll be intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick.
And the Bills are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for...
Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety.
Well, it's pretty evident that that's not the way you want to try and establish momentum ahead of a possible fourth-quarter comeback, because you needed points there, at least something to build on for your next series. That was neither. Instead, it's a huge play for a defense that now has no doubt it can finish this game off.
And out now come the Vikings.
And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Charles, did I just hear that right? They declined the personal foul. 3 yards, they just declined them.
And I have to think that the official is thinking to himself, did I just hear that correctly, that you declined that one? All I can think of is that someone on the field got confused. Because they had to, because you're going to take the yards on that penalty each and every time.
At 26. It's another first down. Now a give to Madison. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Here's Madison getting it again on second. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down. Back now in Buffalo. The Vikings on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Alexander Madison, a 6-yard touchdown run, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that will bump the lead up to 26. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it was capped off by a touchdown scamper from Alexander Madison. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out come the Bills. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
To throw again on second down. Allen buying time to his left. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Allen. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Dean Lowry able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early.
Ball start, offense.
Not a great start to this drive. You had the sack, now the false start.
I mean, it doesn't take much to either read lips or just imagine what the head coach is saying right now. Get your head in the game, guys. Let's go.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch is taken here a step or 2 inside the 45-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Madison. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Here's Madison getting it again on second. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. On the jet sweep, here comes Jefferson. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Running from the shotgun with Madison. Shoves him aside. And he's got some space here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 129 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Another carry now for Madison. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
They seemingly just continue to score at will. And as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win. But one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them. Because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
Joseph now to have the PAT.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it was capped off by a touchdown scamper from Alexander Madison. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is in the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, and with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
To throw again on second down. Allen flushed out right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Flush to his right. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Throwing on first down is Allen. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Allen. Forced out to his left. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. And now they're in the hurry-up. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Holding offense.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now Allen. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox.
And he's going to get this down near the 25.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides